Welcome to Kalkine's educational series. Let's have a look at the topic for today, Ponzi Scheme. So what is a Ponzi Scheme? Well, Ponzi schemes are fraudulent investment techniques used to cheat people by promising high returns in a very short period. These schemes work by providing returns to previous investors through the investment received from the new investors. Thus, it is a vicious circle where money is borrowed from one investor with the promise of a future return and is paid to another investor who had been previously promised a return. These schemes may work for a certain amount of time initially. However, in some time, the fraudulent methods used to finance this scheme came to light, and people who have invested in them end up losing money. Put in simpler terms, Ponzi schemes lead to a system of endless borrowing, which is not sustainable setup and is like a stack of cards. How does a Ponzi scheme work? The most important factor that a Ponzi scheme exploits is the investor's confidence in the scheme. Most Ponzi schemes involve robust return in the beginning. Thus, if an investor wishes to withdraw money, then the scammer would ensure that the same is done quickly so that the investor's trust can be gained. However, eventually, when there are no investors to fall back on, the scheme collapses. If many investors demand their money back at the same time, or if the faith in the scheme is lost, then it becomes very easy for such schemes to fall apart. Such scams can cause losses of high magnitude in the economy as a large chunk of money is withdrawn out of circulation. What is an example of Ponzi scheme? Bernie Madoff started the most famous Ponzi scheme. He ran the scheme for almost 2 decades without anyone finding about it. His investors suffered losses of about $50 billion. The setup run by Madoff was a basic Ponzi scheme that involved taking money from one investor and giving it to another. He would ask investors to deposit money, which he would transfer to his own account. He made vague claims about his company's investment and revenue-generating operations. However, all the returns paid to his investors came from new investors only. Thus, eventually, his scam was busted in 2008. After almost 20 years of him running this operation. This happened when many investors wanted to liquidate their investments. Madoff was not able to provide enough money to all the investors. Thus, his Ponzi scheme came to an end. Well, that is all for now. For more such updates, please visit our website and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Till then, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine, your best guide.